Here we go. Championship day, final day, LIV Golf Jeddah. We're doing Anthony Kim watch for this event because why not? It's a huge story and you guys have been liking it, so thanks so much. Make sure, please, subscribe to the channel so we keep you updated. You know when videos come out and breaking latest exciting stuff in the world of golf we're going to cover. So subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do that. Let's get into AK's round. Here we go. Now, as always, we have some early technical difficulties with LIV Golf Plus, and along the way, they're still working out the kinks. Hopefully, we get all these things squared away as soon as possible. So, he's starting on the 15th hole. We'll pick him up here, and this is his third shot. That's a chip, and it leads to a kickoff bogey 5 for AK. Not the start we're looking for. I'm thinking the goal for today is to forget about score and just try to make as many birdies as possible to kind of get the birdie vibes going. Low knockdown here, but in the trap, and he spent a lot of time in these this week. His confidence to me with the short game seems very high, and that's a surprise. I would think there would be much more tentativeness in the first event back, especially with the short stuff, but not with AK. And I'm liking the look today, the black with the Nikes, but I would love a classic AK belt buckle. Comment below, let me know your thoughts on that. Maybe he's waiting for a sponsor to hook him up with a belt. I don't know. Guess we'll have to wait and see. And that's a bogey on his second hole, and you know, he's kind of getting on that bogey train early. A lot of people are wondering why AK has not been available to the media this week, but I wouldn't be either if I were him. I think we should just all give him a little time to get comfortable before we start shoving microphones in the guy's face. And that's probably why he started here in Saudi Arabia. Not very many fans, not much media. Iron off the tee here, a bit right on the short par 4. From the rough, that looked like a vintage AK swing there, but it seemed to catch a bit of a flyer, and he's in the sand again. It's going to be a tricky one there. All right, that's not bad from there, but he's going to have a longish kind of putt for par. AK looking for his first par of the day, and that's 3 bogeys in a row to start. Well, the even par round I was hoping for doesn't look good. All right, nice drive here. Looks like he's hitting a 2-iron with the Ventus shaft to the par 5 18th hole. Looks a bit right, but hey, that's better than the water left, and he'll have a touchy one there for his third. AK all blacked out, opening up the lob wedge for a high one out of the hay. It's going top shelf here, and that's nice there. He'll have a first look at a birdie, and here he is ready to drop, but that just burns the edge, runs by a bit. No worries. He'll run the 4-footer in for his first par of the day, and we're off and running. Tee shot on the first hole. Arms out left means ball is going left, and he'll be scrambling again to try to play a big hook here, and it looks like he's been able to do that. All right, pretty decent from there. He would end up pitching it to here and has this for par, and that's a no, and that's a +4 on the day. All in all, I think this week for AK has been a huge success. I mean, nobody really expected to see low scores, but in my opinion, there's a lot of hope here. And I'm wondering if he's working with a swing coach. Well, that's a nice iron shot there, and he'll have a look. Now, the Golf Channel has been covering AK a little this week, not surprisingly, because it's such a huge story in the world of golf. And Mark Rolfing was saying yesterday that he didn't understand what LIV was doing by bringing AK back, since LIV is trying to be a credible and viable tour. Well, the PGA Tour would also have loved to have AK back, I would say. And what LIV is doing is giving people exactly what they want. And they want characters, they want excitement, they want personalities. And LIV is doing that. And I think AK will deliver as soon as his game gets a little tighter. 8K rolls this in for the first birdie of the day. Rock and roll. Here we go. And if AK was playing a PGA Tour event this week, they would have had nonstop coverage of him for his first 2 rounds. The only problem is that's all we would have seen from him because he would not have made the cut. Here he gets the entire event, and he gets the entire event for every event on LIV this season, and that's great. Now that's a bad shot to the par 3 here, and we had a glitch from the LIV Golf Plus page, not surprisingly either. What I'm seeing with AK's game is that it just needs a little cleanup. It's not like in massive disarray. So I think with some competitive rounds under his belt, no pun intended, since he doesn't wear a belt, and he'll be fine. He's not like dealing with injuries that he's coming back. He's just coming back from, no playing at all. All right. And unfortunately, he'll give back the shot he just picked up and make bogey here. That's too bad. It can be frustrating when you're little off, though, because it just seems like you're always in a bad spot. So that's what's going on with AK for the most part. Just fairway bunkers seem to be his calling card right now. And he goes from fairway bunker and he's in another bunker. This guy has been in more sand than anyone I've ever seen. And he kind of gets this one on the green, but technically off, and he does convert this for a par, so good job. Now, can AK get his lowest round of the week today? He's currently +4 on the day with 10 left to play. And if I'm him, I'm just thinking like, hey, let me shoot my lowest round of the week. Mini goals here, right? Well, there you go. And that's about his best iron shot of the week. And already he's made 100% more birdies today than any other round he's played in the last decade. Competitive round. So that's good. Unfortunately, he hasn't followed up the birdies with anything good. It's kind of been bad and not horrible there, but maybe he can roll a long one in. Well, the goal here is to follow up a birdie with not a bogey. And hopefully he'll escape this hole with that little victory. All right, good job, good job. Cameras can't catch up to AK, but we'll get a glimpse of his second shot here on his 11th hole of the day. And after that near chip in there, he does make another par. Some more LIV Golf Plus issues on the tee, so we'll pick up here on the 8th hole, and he has this for birdie, and that's a pretty bad putt here. So he has to grind again for par, and yeah, okay, good. He's saying to his caddy that he got the uphill and the downhill mixed up. So we'll have to work that out for Hong Kong. That happens. Seems like AK has settled in this round and is swinging nicely now. I'm really surprised by how conservative AK is playing. I would think at this point he would just be super aggressive and go for everything. But his patience and shot decisions, to me, are very, very impressive for a guy who's basically, in last place. But that's okay. All right. He's in another bunker. And you would think by now he'd hold. Whoa. All right. Well, he almost hold that one. And that's another par for AK. AK started with 3 straight bogeys. But since he's played even par and has had 2 birdies, 2 bogeys since, and has parred the last 4 in a row. Good job. AK second shot here on the 10th hole. Going high. Have a decent look for his 3rd birdie of the day. And doesn't get it, but that's an easy par, finally, for AK. Missed the shot here on the 11th. He ended up with this 40-footer for birdie and just leaves it a few feet short. I say AK has been looking amazing with his short putts all week, and he drops this for yet another par. And if AK could somehow get hot, he could finish the day with an even par round. Unlikely, but hey, you never know what happens. Well, he'll have a chance here on the 12th hole after that crispy one. You got to wonder how he feels out there. Like maybe he's feeling like a fish out of water, wondering if he even fits in, but just his body language is showing that he's got the language that he fits in and that he is a touring pro, which he is. AK is 1 under for his last 9 holes. Went a bit left here on 13, and I think he's pretty much been like over there all week on that hole. So That's pretty interesting. Now, this is odd. He doesn't take relief. It seems like he would get free relief here, but maybe like he's got a decent look between the palm trees there. So he guess he's going to play it. And oh, look at that. I love the leg kick there. That's what we're talking about, huh? How could you not love this guy? Now, he hasn't made a long putt basically all week. That one was close, and I think he thought he made that too, but that's a par, and he has one left to play. Now, I don't want to jinx the guy, but he's looking to shoot his lowest round of the week. I figured it would come today, and I bet after getting his competitive juices flowing again, I bet he's just licking his chops for next week in Hong Kong. All right, from 141 from the first cut uphill into the wind. That's a nice shot, and he'll have a long look for birdie. Come on, AK, drop this one. Oh, man, that's not even close. At least we know he knows what he has to work on moving forward, and it looks like his nerves got him here on the last hole of the day. That's the first really short one I've seen him miss. Taps in for a +4, 74, and that's even par, really, for his last 13 holes of the day. Class act. AK spoke with Suan Hang, and he, does his real first interview of the week with her. You got to go back and search on their website to find that. But he just talked about, how grateful and blessed he is to be back. He talked about how he's looking forward to being in contention this year, and that he wants to represent LIV well. So he sounded great. He just sounded like he's got the pep in his step. His competitive, side is back. And, he said he was hitting it well, but the scores just don't reflect that. That's normal. And I'm guessing the dude's going to put in some work and get back to, in contention. I don't doubt him. So I hope you had a good time. AK Watch, we're covering it here for you. Thanks for listening, being part of the journey. And what a great week. See you guys real soon.